What is going on, everybody, and welcome to the video. So today I figured I would sit down and I would sort of pick up where I left off when it came to talking about Sora and whether or not he actually has a true chance of making it into Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Obviously, after the release of the game, I sort of dropped off a little bit because once the DLC was announced that it was being picked by Nintendo, not a lot of people really knew what they were going to do. It was very up in the air, and there really just wasn't a whole lot of hype talking about Sora at the time, which sort of let me down just a little bit. However, after Joker got announced at the Game Awards, that sort of picked the Sora for Smash hype right back up because it shows that Nintendo is not going in-house. They're going to be picking a bunch of different characters that nobody is expecting, and it is going to be super exciting to see what they come up with. Now, obviously, my number one pick for the game is Sora. I'm a Kingdom Hearts YouTuber. I like doing a lot of Kingdom Hearts related content, so obviously putting Sora in Smash would just be one of the most magical things that would happen in my life. But in the past few months after the game's release, we have actually gotten a bunch of information and details that really do determine whether or not Sora can make it into the game, so I'm going to tell you guys about those right now. And before we actually jump into the meat of the video, I just want to remind you guys that I do have a video that I posted a few months ago talking about whether or not I think Sora is actually going to make it into the game or not. I go much more into detail. I'm super proud of that video, and if you guys want to go check it out, that would really mean a lot to me because that's sort of like a part one to this video in a way. But yeah, it would just be a good idea for you guys to check that out, plus it would make me very happy. So yeah, thank you so much, and yeah, let's get on with the video. Okay, so the question that we have to answer is Sora still going to make it into Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? Well, if we look at the facts, we actually do see that Sora still actually does have a pretty big chance at making it into Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Like I said at the beginning of the video, Joker from Persona 5 got announced, and that is something that nobody saw coming. And like I said again, Reggie said that the character picks for the DLC roster are going to be characters that nobody is expecting. They're going to be characters that we couldn't even imagine. Some of the characters perhaps maybe we even thought were impossible. And I think that that really does fit Sora incredibly well because, well, a lot of people doubt Sora. There's a lot of, you know, like, people just try to muddy up the whole situation by saying, oh, he's a Disney character, he won't make it in, or oh, it's too complicated with the copyright situation. I explained that all in my previous videos, so if you checked it out, great. If you didn't, go check it out and I will explain it. But long story short, Square Enix decides what happens with Sora. Tetsuya Nomura and the other developers of Kingdom Hearts are actually the picky ones when it comes to Sora. Disney is really just the ones that sort of manage it and have like the rights to it, you know. So they have the rights to Sora's character, but the creators of Sora and his character are the ones that really do determine whether he makes it into other games, other properties, etc., etc. Okay, so some of the newest information that we do have when it comes to Sora making it into the game is that, well, back in the day, a few months ago, the leakers, big leakers like VergeBen and Hitagi were basically just, you know, going back and forth talking about it amongst the community that there was going to be a Square Enix rep. Now, there's several different characters that actually came out with what they've heard, and Sora wasn't really the likely one. They've heard Sora, but they're saying that's the one that they've heard the least. You know, obviously with the most ones being either a Dragon Quest character or just, you know, somebody else. However, that character was supposed to get revealed at the Game Awards, and the character actually did not. That was actually Joker, like I said previously in the video. It was not the Square Enix character that everybody was expecting. Now, honestly, at that point, when I was watching the Video Game Awards, I was sort of scared, I guess. I was very scared because I, for some reason, had a huge gut feeling that Sora wasn't going to get revealed that night. And, you know, I was right. He didn't get revealed. However, Joker getting revealed doesn't deconfirm Sora whatsoever. If anything, it sort of reassured it. So, the leakers, all that stuff, I don't necessarily buy into that stuff anymore just because it was fun. It's fun to speculate. It's fun to talk about. However, at the end of the day, these are just people. They have computers. They have access to internet. And they do just, you know, they can really post and say whatever they want, whether they do have inside sources or not. It seems like the DLC is really the thing that is in the dark at the moment. However, with Joker getting revealed instead of the Square Enix character, the leakers are still out there. They are still talking, like, you know, VergeBen and Hitagi, but they are sort of calming down a little bit. They're basically just commenting here and there, saying things, you know, to comment on just, you know, it's very general stuff. Nothing specific, no names are really coming out. However, they are still very firm on the fact that a Square Enix character will make it into the game. Now, recently, with the most recent update to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, it actually ended up getting data mined, and there are actually 3 character names that got added to the game's code. So a Twitter user by the name of Jam1 Gardner actually revealed these 3 fighter names. They are Fighter Kind Jack, Fighter Kind Brave, and Fighter Kind Paku. So the only one on this list that actually was officially 100% confirmed to be one of the characters that we know of was, of course, Paku, which translates to plant, so that is Piranha Plant. Now, the second one that I want to talk about is Fighter Kind Jack. Now, Jack could mean a couple different things, however, the community as a whole is sort of just assuming that this is a point at Joker from Persona, just because, you know, Jack Frost, the character from Persona series, and then you also have the other option where it could just be Jack, like the card, like the playing card, the Jack, and then you have the Joker, so those two kind of intertwine a little bit. However, the third one that we have to talk about is really where it gets really fun to talk about. We have Fighter Kind Brave. Now, Brave can mean several different things, and it can point at an infinite number of characters that could potentially be coming to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So basically what a lot of people thought for a while was that Brave was actually Erdrick from Dragon Quest, just because, you know, it's Brave, you know, Square Enix character. A lot of people sort of just put two and two together, and they sort of thought for a while, you know, for a couple weeks at least, that yes, Brave is going to be the code name for Erdrick. Now, since then, a lot of that has actually changed. A lot of people actually do believe that Erdrick is not going to be it, since the character's assets were also within the game's code, and somebody by the name of Mizumi actually put those assets on Ike and, you know, kind of showcased what the character's going to feel like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a link to the tweet and the video down below, so if you guys want to check it out, please check it out because it is very interesting and it is something that you need to really look at if you're trying to really understand what I'm trying to say for the rest of the video. So if you did watch the video, it's very easy to tell that the character looks very quick, very floaty, and can jump very high. The movements and the characteristics of this character do closely represent Sora in my opinion. If you've ever played a Kingdom Hearts game before, more specifically Kingdom Hearts 2, or even looking at Kingdom Hearts 3, it's very apparent that Sora is a very quick character. He jumps very high, he's very floaty, and he is also known for being a fast fighter. This is sort of something that kind of deconfirms Erdrick in a way, just because if you really do look at the character assets and the way that Ike is moving with these assets placed onto him, it just doesn't really feel like that would be someone like Erdrick, you know, like a knight with a sword and everything. I just couldn't imagine him jumping that high, running that fast. That's just not something that I can personally see. However, I obviously can see Sora moving that way, and you know what? We got a little bit more to talk about. So if we look at the character name Brave, that translates to Valor. Valor means brave, brave means valor. Who has a Valor form in Kingdom Hearts 2? Sora from Kingdom Hearts does. No guys, but in all seriousness, this is something that I thought about for like a while, like especially when these codenames first came out, and a lot of people were like, well, who can Brave be? Who can Brave be? I already sort of knew that just because of my knowledge with Kingdom Hearts, that Valor and Brave are like basically the same word. They translate the same way. So initially I was like, oh well, it could be Sora, but you know, like I'm not really gonna go out on a limb there and talk about it, because I mean I've talked about Sora enough, and obviously I'm sure people are getting a little bit sick of it. But then again, I mean there could be people that just love hearing about it and they love being hopeful. However, yes, I did initially think that Brave did point towards Sora. However, I really felt comfortable making the video about this once those assets placed on Ike, the video of that came out, because that's really where I'm like, okay, this could really be Sora. Just the way he runs, the way he jumps, the way he attacks in the air, and just the way everything works together just screams Sora to me. And I don't think that this is my bias blinding me. I really do think that it does look like Sora. Heck, even the guy that did the mods and showcased the video even does think that it's Sora, and I will also leave that down below if you guys want to see his opinion on it. And again, I just want to say that this is not him confirming that this is Sora. I have to make this very clear. He's not confirming that Sora's in the game. He's saying that based off of the assets that he has that he placed on Ike, this looks like it could be Sora in his opinion. Okay, so, is Sora in? Does he have a chance? Is this something that we should really be expecting? Obviously, I don't think you should be expecting it. I think there's a difference when it comes to being hopeful for Sora and expecting Sora. Take the Glitch Leak, for example. A lot of people were expecting those characters to be in the game because that leak looked so real. However, just because we have all these assets and we have all this proof and all the, like, you know, the codenames and stuff, this doesn't necessarily prove the fact that Sora is going to be in the game. However, I think that there's just a higher chance for Sora over other characters, because another character that's floaty and quick and can jump high can easily make it in over Sora, and Brave could possibly relate to that character as well. I just think right now, with all the Kingdom Hearts 3 hype going on with the game coming out at the end of the month, a lot of people are getting in the mood, you know, like 'tis the season for Kingdom Hearts, you know what I mean? So I think that if they were smart and they were going to put Sora in the game, Nintendo should announce a direct for, this is my hot prediction, and if I get this right, I'm making everybody come out to this video. I think that, okay, so today is January 18th, 2019. I think that sometime next week, the week before Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out, there's going to be a Nintendo Direct, and if they do announce another Smash character, it is going to be Sora, in my opinion. I just think, what a better way to capitalize off of Kingdom Hearts 3's release. I mean, Nintendo is very... It's pretty, they usually do a bunch of stuff in January. It's something to help them prep for the year. It's you know, it's just a very good time for them to start like dropping games, dropping more information for people to get excited for what's to come in 2019. And I think that if they were going to put Sora into Smash, revealing him next week would be the best opportunity, because like I said, 'tis the season to be a Kingdom Hearts fan and to love Kingdom Hearts. So with the game coming out in just less than 2 weeks, to announce Sora for Smash DLC, that would just be one of the greatest moves that, in my opinion, Nintendo can make from a business standpoint. Now guys, let's take a look at all the evidence. So basically, the codename, Brave, directly can also relate to Sora, but then again, it could relate to a lot of people. The floatiness, the fast, the jumping, all that stuff, the character assets after they were placed on Ike, does look a lot like Sora. However, it could also be another character. With the potential Nintendo Direct coming up in the next week or two, with the Kingdom Hearts 3 hype just around the corner, does it make sense to reveal Sora? I think it does. Should we expect it? I wouldn't tell you guys to expect anything. I think that it's basically just something that you should be hopeful about. You guys should get excited about. I wouldn't get mad if Sora gets, you know, if he's not revealed or if they pick another character over him. I mean, I'm not picking the DLC. If I could, I'd put Sora in, but I'm not. And you know what? Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is easily one of my favorite games in the past year or two. I'm having so much fun with it. And whether or not they put Sora in, you know what? It's not going to ruin the game for me. I'm going to love the DLC no matter what, and I'm still going to enjoy the game as much as I have been. Sora would just sort of be, you know, the cherry on top. However, guys, that is the end of the video. Please let me know down below, do you guys agree with all this information? Do you think that it does point to Sora? Let me know if you're a Sora for Smash fan, or if you're not a Sora for Smash fan, because honestly, I see a lot of people talking like positively about Sora. I just want to see why some people don't want him in the game. I think that'd just be something interesting to talk about with everybody. So yeah, don't forget to do that, like the video, and most importantly, subscribe to my channel for more Kingdom Hearts and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate content. And yeah, I really got to jump on the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate content. I don't know, maybe after Kingdom Hearts 3. But anyways, guys, thank you so much again for watching, and until the next video, I'll catch you all later. Bye-bye.